something about your cannabis use. I don't know if you said something about growth or spirituality or ritual or something, but I forget what the exact word is. But I
Ah,
wanna I wanna come back to that because I've got my own thing going on. Tell me about that for you.
so all right. So like my brother, right? Because I remember having my first experience in my mom's backyard. Sorry, moms. But I had my first experience. So no, because here's the thing. So like in Jamaica, right? So like first of all, like I'm Rasta, right? Rastafari, with locks and the beard and ganja, right? But I was told by my elders to not smoke because it's illegal. You're gonna get in trouble. You want to be a productive member of society, not a criminal. And I was like,
Back
okay,
home?
fine. I'll just no, here.
Okay, here. Okay.
So I came here when I was 12 from Jamaica. Yeah. So they told me to stay away from it. So I just stayed away from it, until I finished school and everything. And I was like, okay, fine. Like I'm grown. Like I can do it. Like, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but at first I wasn't. I was opposed. And my brother, one night we were just chilling in the backyard, one nice summer night, and he pulled out a little spliff. And I was like, damn, man, what the hell are you doing with that here, man? Are you fucking crazy? So he was like, man, just chill, man. Just try it one time. Oh man. I took a hit of that thing and it was just beautiful. It was
Right.
magnificent. And I went, yeah, and it is weird because like so in Rasta we have this thing where we consume herb, right? And we reason, and this is why I like what you guys have here, is because I see it as reasoning. You guys come on every Friday and you guys go back and forth and reason with each other. You know what I mean? And I like how you guys interject like the spiritual stuff, the meditation stuff. And Troy and Jerry, I feel like you guys have some great radio voices. Because you guys, Jerry, you with the sound bowls, and Troy, you did a live like meditation on
Oh
one of the
yeah.
shows,
Yes, that was so
and
Yeah.
cool.
your voice is that was so cool. So if you guys can mix the two and like actually have like meditation videos, I'm all for it, man.
Dude, I'm
I'm all
for it too.
for it. It's
You
it's
willing,
it's,
Jerry?
it's
You willing
changed
to
my life.
perform some singing bowls?
Yeah.
Like if I write a meditation, can you perform the singing bowls and
I'll
you get
do
it
my
going?
best, man. Absolutely. I got the bowls. I just gotta, wing them together. That'd be fun.
You got the bowls, we got the balls. Let's do it.
That's right. That's right.
That's a
Yeah,
good
that's
suggestion.
fucking
Thanks.
awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah, yeah, man. Cause I feel like so the thing is I was meditating before herb, and I remember I used to try to keep them separate, right? And I remember Jerry saying he had this experience with like herb and like the sound bowls and stuff. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna try herb and meditate, and it like changed my life. So because what happened was because I wasn't consuming herb like as a Rastaman, right? I was kind of missing out on the meditation aspect a little bit, you know what I mean? And they never really like pushed it on me, so I said, okay, fine, I won't do it. But when I combine the two, now I realize why Rastas are so in love with the herb, you know what I mean? And they say the herb is the healing. And I feel like from a medicinal and a spiritual standpoint, I think it's phenomenal. Like I've felt like I've had almost like out of body experiences on some herb. You know what I mean? And just
Hmm.
sit right here in this same spot
Just
and just
meditating.
meditate. Not with the paintings and shit. This is just just meditating, man, and focusing on the breath and just breathing. It's just fucking awesome.
Right.
Yeah,
So I encourage people, to practice it. Because I know people that are like, oh, it's mindfulness. So, it's just people are just using it for marketing and a cash grab. But I think there's something to it, man.
totally.
There's something to it for real. There's something to it for real. Yeah, it's awesome.
I see it like you mentioned before, like exercise. Like you like exercise. A lot of people are into exercise. They're into fitness. You see, especially in California, I'm surrounded by beautiful people. I go out to the malls and I'm just like surrounded by beautiful people. There's hot chicks and hot dudes everywhere. Everyone's buff and tan and they're showing their bodies off. And I see meditation the same thing. Meditation is exercise for your own mind, like beyond learning. Like beyond learning. I'm talking like operating system level exercise. Because like your brain is a software, right? You got a bank of data that your mind accesses to form analyzations, comparing presents to past, to figure out, is this good, is this bad? You got all those things happening subconsciously, and you can't really exercise those things except for living life experience or meditating. When you meditate,
Mm.
you build that stronger mental operating system.
So the thing is, I realized like for me, because my mind is always going, right? Like I'm always thinking about the next best thing. I work very fast. So the reason why I stayed at that job for so long, because they realized that they can get, a painting done in, a week, that's actually decent quality that can go on a cover. So my mind was like always on like autopilot, just think and
Mm.
Yeah,
create. So I felt
yeah.
like a hamster in a hamster wheel. And one thing I realized about meditation, because so I lost my job, and I started all the way over, and I made a portfolio, I put it online, and I started sharing my work, and I realized something. I make my own fucking deadlines now. I work for me. And that was very powerful. But at the same time, I still can control the constant, hamster wheel with my own ideas. Meditation slowed that down for me, right? So instead of just constantly thinking about what I'm gonna do, I will meditate, and then it would just come to me. And that sounds weird and hokey, but it's true. Like I would see
No,
the
that's
shit,
legit.
like I would see it, and then I would sketch it, and then I'll just, like this came from a meditation. You
Love
know what
that.
I mean?
Damn.
So oh thanks. Yeah, this was like this is called the Himba Destroyer. So a lot of my work is based off of African native tribes, and they all have like stories. So this one here is the Siri playground with the children and the elephants, and I got this one too. This is
Amazing.
another Himba painting. So I got a lot of stuff,
Yeah, you
and
do.
I'm always
Beautiful.
painting and doing stuff. Yeah.
It's amazing work,
Thanks.
man. Just
Man.
gorgeous.
So these are
Thank
digitals
you.
that you've printed then?
Yeah, so that's okay. So that's another thing, right? And I can show you. So I work. This is my studio over here. So this screen uses a stylus, and I draw directly on there. Now, before that, like before I got a Cintiq, that was the one. That's not a Cintiq. That's a Dell Canvas. But when I got a Cintiq, and I was actually drawing, it felt like I was painting on glass. It was like awesome. And I mentioned before that I'm a big gamer, and because of that, I love tech. Like I'm in this weird spot where like Rasta's like really grassroots, low tech, But me, I love tech and gaming and stuff, And
And vaping,
it's weird
you're
because I use
you're
Photoshop.
you're future forward.
Yeah, yeah. So I use Photoshop, but I only use like one or two brushes, and then I don't use a lot of effects or anything. And that's because I keep my actual craft like grassroots. So that's why people, when they see the work, they're like, oh, it's fascinating and it's good. But I think it's because I keep it simple, and I actually use the skills I've garnished, or is it garnished or harnessed over the years. No, garnish is food, right? Yeah, garnish is food. But yeah, man, it's I feel like I have so much to just get out there. I always feel like my my physical body slows me down. Like like I want to go faster than I can, but it doesn't work that way. So um but yeah, it's awesome, man.
I can relate to those attitudes, those challenges as well. And you're inspiring me to meditate now. Like you're what I'm hearing now is, oh shit, Troy, you clearly need to meditate. Like I have meditated in weeks, and that's probably why I'm all fucking flustered right now. So thanks. Thank you.
Yeah, it works. And sometimes I'll go a while without meditating either, and I'm like, dang it, man, why am I so irritable? like
Yeah.
like why I have two small kids, and I have the nice dog and like my wonderful wife, but I'm like, man, if things don't go my way, why am I so irritable? Why am I? And it's because the mind is just racing and it's constantly
Yeah.
grabbing, and
It's just
like, okay,
chaos.
so I have this thing where Yeah, absolute chaos. Yeah, because so I have this thing where I love astronomy, right? I love like the James Webb telescope that they just fucking launched. Oh
Hmm.
my gosh, my mind was like, I
I'm
watched
excited about
like an
that.
hour and a
Yeah.
half documentary of the
Nice.
making and everything, and it was awesome. So I tend to put a lot of like planets and stuff in all my work, and that is just a nod to like the universe and the greater cosmos, right? So it's weird. Like one thing that's fascinating about life, we can explore the biggest cosmos and the biggest expanding universe, right? But then we can also go the opposite way, right? So when you get down to this, the microscopic, they get smaller and smaller and smaller, right? So it's like in both directions, it's like infinity, right? So one of the weird things that in astronomy that I really like are black holes. And it's not because they're mysterious or they're super fucking powerful, they hold together galaxies. It's not because of that. It's because they remind me of the human eye, right? So have you ever like took like look googled a picture of an eye and like actually stared at this shit? Like I recommend doing it high. It's like it's the best thing. Just do a
Brilliant.
slideshow of just eyeballs, right?
Oh, yeah.
And they all look like black holes. They all fucking look like black holes. And like I'm thinking, okay, maybe like our eyes absorb, right? Maybe they
Mm.
absorb what we see, and then in turn we express that. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be art. It can be cooking. It can be coding. It can be anything. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? As long as you're making something, I think it's just what you take in and you put back out. So yeah, I think it's fascinating. I think it's all
That's some deep
connected. You
shit.
know what I mean?
He's fucking with my mind right
That's
now,
some
but
deep
Oh,
shit,
right.
man. That's
yeah,
some deep shit, Jahbu.
what the fuck he's doing, but I like it.
Yeah.
Damn. When you start
So
absorbing the light, that's
yeah,
deep, man. Like, that got me. Damn. Because I've seen
Man,
real close-ups of that shit, and it is close-ups are amazing how almost looks like mountains, you know what I mean? And you can start thinking all kinds of crazy shit.
black holes are the
yeah,
eyes of the
yeah,
universe.
yeah. It's the eyes, yeah. And
Damn.
like we don't know anything, you know what I mean? Like the James Webb telescope is gonna change the game for humanity. I think so. I think a lot of people don't realize just how dope astronomy is. It's awesome. It's awesome, man.
Just what you needed. Glad to hear. What's up, Troy? Happy Friday, Jerry. Good to see you, man. Whew, good to see you too, man.